So I was traveling from Manhattan to Brooklyn by subway on the afternoon before the Sabbath. As you know, in Manhattan, if you're traveling anywhere, you got to go under tunnels or water. As I think the line from Saturday Night Live has it, if you want to know why we in New York are so depressed, it's because for us the light at the end of the tunnel is New Jersey. Okay? So this is many years ago. Taking the subway from Manhattan to Brooklyn. My in-laws live in Brooklyn. And as the subway gets stuck, so I can't call anybody, no reception. Subway comes out. So by the time I get to Brooklyn, where my in-laws live, Sabbath is here, and the Sabbath is coming, or it's here. It was around that time. So it's about to be. I'm about to enter Sabbath. So I have my wallet with me. Can't carry my wallet on the Sabbath. And I can't carry my wallet in the street. So I decide that I gotta get rid of my wallet. For me to observe the Sabbath, that means I can't have my wallet on me. This is how I'm going to greet the Sabbath. I cannot usher in the Sabbath if I'm still holding my wallet. So in those days, there were still people who worked in the subway booths. So I went over to one of them and I said, is there a lost and found? I'd like to leave my wallet here. So of course the guy looks at me like I'm nuts because no one leaves their wallet in the lost and found. Lost and found is people who drop their wallet. So I said to him, my Sabbath is when it comes to Sabbath, I can't carry my wallet. And so if you don't hold it onto it for me, I'm going to have to throw it out. Because I can't just throw it on the ground. Someone's going to take it with all my stuff. So he says, no. He's thinking this is crazy. So I walk over to the garbage, resigned. I pick up my wallet and I'm about to throw it in. And he says, well, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm doing what I told you I would do, is throw my wallet on the garbage. So he said, okay. He said, you tell me where you're staying. I'll bring you your wallet after my shift. So he just changed he shifted perspective entirely. Because he understood, in other words, that this was real. This is a rule. And then the skepticism was replaced with respect. Maybe even a little awe. That someone could live that way by these rules. And he literally came at midnight or 10 p.m. or whatever to my in-laws, dropped off my wallet for me. Because when Shabbat happens, Shabbat happens. There are no referenda, as we say, as to what to do. There's one right, one wrong, one sole and absolute ruler.
That's right.
Fortunately, I didn't use my Scottish accent on the subway guy, but that's the way it is. Shabbat is here. I can't carry my wallet on the street. That's that. So and that actually, on the one hand, can make life crazy.
Yeah.
But it also makes life simple. Of course, if it's a question of a life endangerment,
sure,
the preciousness of human life overrides the Sabbath. That's inherent in Jewish law. But if it's just your regular life, and you're going to be tremendously inconvenienced, then you're tremendously inconvenienced. That's the way it is. And the rules actually they keep the world at bay. There's a wonderful book by a Christian woman called Strangers and Neighbors. I think it's called Strangers and Neighbors, What I Have Learned About Christianity by Living Among Orthodox Jews. And she writes how she learned from her neighbors that all of those myriad of laws in Judaism about the Sabbath are, I think she writes, an adamantine edge that does not allow the concerns of the world to intrude for one day and just be creatures called by God. That's what the rules of the Sabbath do.